Paquez, what did you do?
What do you mean?
Did you decide to take an executive order, or make an executive decision and transport us to Stila without consulting anyone else?
I don't know what happened. We just appeared here.
Alright, that's two ships that I've been on with you somewhere on the ship that's teleported very far away. I think I can guess what happened. Please don't do any decisions like this again. At least let us know before you're going to do space magic of this nature. Also, keep in mind that we do have people on board who have not met Dakaya and her people and might take offense at just being shoved out of the entire thing just because. Alright?
The visit will be over with quick enough.
I know.
Now, if only the spirits would be less angry.
What are you talking? Oh no. Alright, let's hurry up and get this over with so we don't blow something up. Or get blown up.
Yeah. If you look outside the cockpit, you see I'm heading into orbit.
Why are we going back into orbit?
And you remember the force spirits?
Vaguely.
They don't really like the passenger we picked up on the asteroid.
What passenger? We didn't pick anybody up at the asteroid.
Kaz puts one of his hands into his face.
Yeah, I thought we discussed this already. Tal needs to be there. You need backup, Kaz.
Elon, remember, Force Magic, he doesn't necessarily keep it under a file of ready to access information. This is Force Magic. He doesn't really know why it works or whatnot. He just knows you guys are crazy and you do it anyways.
Do you not remember the nasty creature that keeps appearing near us?
I remember the nasty creature. You're saying it follows us now. Oh
We
boy.
discussed this already. It's attached to us.
Yes,
somehow,
yes, yes, yes,
in
yes.
some way.
And it's part of that thing that I put under Force Magic, and I file it away to never be heard of again.
Well, you should probably stop doing that because it's like filing away guns. And I should never hear of that again. Even though when you find someone pointing one at you, you should probably know a bit about it.
Yes, you're telling somebody who has completely, absolutely no idea what in the world this is to pay attention to it. I can't even see it, but oh well. Alright,
Then why don't you learn?
yes, yes, yes. I'll be moving I'll be moving me a bottle of brandy across the room next week. Don't worry about it. So,
He just kind of scowls at you.
he just kind of gives you a serious look. Says, "So the spirits don't like whatever we picked up, so we can't land on the planet."
Right now, you working. I have a friend working on calming them down.
All right. All right. Then let us know when they contact you, and let us know then when they're ready to let us on board. And he'll just turn around and walk out of the cockpit now.
You might run into Dell. He's just kind of standing there waiting for, like, in the common-ish area.
He just kind of, or as he walks through there and whatnot, he just looks over at you and just mutters something under his breath.
Have we not landed yet?
Force spirits say no.
Force spirits? I guess I kind of vaguely recall hearing mention of that, but
Yeah, they apparently don't like the visitor we've picked up.
well, the very least that confirms that we do in fact have something attached to us, which is not good, but that just merely confirms my suspicions. So what's he doing for? Are we just gonna stay in orbit then?
Yeah, he's got a friend or two working on it. I think I know who it is, or at least I can piece together who it is. But it's gonna be a little bit before things get calmed down, shall we say?
Well, hopefully that's soon. Although maybe someone who knows more about what's going on in the situation on the planet can kind of explain to Lexa and John and Dirk what exactly we're getting ourselves into here. Because I have a vague understanding, but they have got really no background in it at all, and now we're just suddenly here.
Well, to tell you the truth, I wasn't expecting to be over here on Tila this quickly anyways.
Yeah, I was kind of looking at the travel time as some time to actually explain things. But no. While I do enjoy expediency sometimes, the downtime isn't necessary.
Yeah.
And then Adele will go back up to the cockpit, actually.
And then Aeland will chime in over comms, shipwide comms. Lexa, John, Dirk, and Kalani, if you want, please meet me in the common room. We have a few things to discuss.
Okay, so who's all in the cockpit right now?
I guess I'm still there.
And I just went
And,
back. And
okay,
I think
you
DHF
guys-
Alpha, well, Bob is there.
Oh yeah, you guys. There's someone is hailing you.
I answer. I guess since I'm the only one there.
I am a ghost. I am invisible.
Hailing the new ship orbit.
Say that again.
Hailing the new ship in orbit. This is Takaya. Who am I speaking with?
I'm back.
Akaz. An unexpected pleasure.
Yes, I would have landed, but the spirits are kind of angry.
Why would the spirits be angry with you?
Not necessarily at us, but the passenger we accidentally have attached to all of us. It's a long story.
To summarize it, it's a dark force being of some sort.
Wait, are you in the cockpit?
Yeah, I went back to the cockpit.
And who are you?
It's Delphine. I'm the one who picked them up off of Thela.
Well, that does sound like a story worth hearing. I hope I get a chance to.
Yes, as soon as my friend convinces them to let us land.
To what friend are you referring to?
Oh, I made friends with one of the spirits.
There's like a long pause, and then... Well, then, it seems you have friends in high places. Is there anything we can do here to expedite your arrival?
I have no idea.
Well, in the meantime, I'll make sure Remai knows of your coming or potential coming. We'll do what we can to prepare. It's good to
Also,
see
be
you.
aware that we have some new comrades, and at least one of them has had some bad experience with Sith.
What are you saying?
Well, to be clear, you'd never really fully explained the Sun Guard to him. And I tried, but I don't even really know the full story, and he wasn't convinced by me.
I don't know.
Does he pose a threat to my people?
Well, I mean, does one person pose a threat to your people? I don't think he'll just go on a massacre, but just be sensitive.
I believe Aelon's
To the
talking to him
issue.
and a couple of the others right now to try and head it off before anything happens. And if we think they'll pose a threat to you, we won't let them off the ship.
I see.
What he said.
Should I be prepared for something? Should I have the Sun Garden ready?
Yeah, I think you and our group could deal with anything easily. I don't think it's going to be a serious problem.
See that it isn't. Know how I deal with serious problems.
Yeah. Yes, I was there.
Well, I hope that your visit can be pleasant, and that whatever you're here for, I can provide or remind.
I hope so too. I brought presents.
Presents? Of what kind, or is it a surprise?
Let's keep it a surprise.
Very well. It's good to hear from you again.
And you too.
Well, I should go and prepare. Let us know when you are about to arrive.
Will do.
Dakaya out.
Well, I hope we can stop anything from escalating on our end. We don't really need to get into a fight down there.
No, we don't.
Probably would have been better to avoid fighting if we had talked before you brought us here. And I know you're gonna do whatever you feel like you need to do to deny that you brought us here, but yeah, that's okay. But I don't know, just...
Well, regardless, we needed to come here.
Well, I agree with that, but we also need to keep everyone in the group still with the group, because how else are we supposed to deal with this kind of threat if it's on all of us? And I don't know, your unilateral decisions might be driving John and some of the others to leaving the group, and that might be bad for all of us. Because we're not entirely sure what we're dealing with here still.
Well, we've got plenty of time while we wait for a reply from the spirits.
So you befriended one of them while you were here?
Kaz nods.
So what are the spirits like? I never really got much detail on them.
Peaceful to the point of self-destruction, generally. Except for this time.
Well, shall we join the others and see how Alon's faring in explaining this?
I should probably stay up here, but I'll come with you. And then I linked like any alerts from the controls to go to my compad or something. Or actually, I still have the other guy's compad, so I assume that's probably in there. The Bounty Hunter's original compad or whatever it was.
Well, the Bounty Hunter's original compad got taken by the investigation.
No, it didn't. I never gave it to them.
Oh.
I never
Well,
even
that's
told them
intriguing.
about it. No one knew.
I thought Dirk was copying all of the contents of...
Careful about that. No. I grabbed that.
No, because Dell handed the datapad to Dirk and told Dirk to copy all the files to your datapad, so they could put it back with the body.
Not that datapad. The one that the one
Oh,
from the
you mean
Bounty
the
Hunters that
armband?
controls the ship. Yeah, the armband or whatever it is.
Oh, okay, it's not a datapad, but okay.
I said compad actually, but whatever it is, the communications device that also functions as ship controls.
Okay, so people are having a conversation in the gathering room of the ship.
Swipe.
Swipe. Somebody punches somebody else. Because ends up using force powers against people. The end.
Lexa's banging on the table in protest. I gather we're Ayland asked us to.
John, Kalani, are you coming or?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. Elon had asked for at least John and Lexa to come into the common room so he could kind of explain the situation and whatnot, or at least as much as he can. And he asked if you would come in there as well. You might be able to help out. It's his intention. All right.
I guess.
I'll put it to you plainly. Pokaz has certain abilities that got us over to Thila rather quicker than light speed, shall we say. We are now currently in orbit over Thela, as Lexa knows and such. However, I do wish you to know some of the experiences or some of the past that some of our group have had here on this planet. It is the place where Delphern picked us up, but before then, we were part of the crew or part of the group that pretty much helped make sure that New Thela, or New Thenai, was taken care of and set up as a village for the Republic. In our pursuit of such, we came across a civilization of force spirits. Said force spirits asked us to take care of a particular issue dealing with a Sith Lord. Or, sorry, an apprentice to the Sith. You'll have to forgive me on my usage or knowledge of rankings in the Sith Order. I don't really pay attention to them. That particular encounter ended up with us having a prisoner. Said prisoner was very useful in helping us stop the Empire from trying to destroy this whole planet, including New Thenai. Said person is no longer a Sith, but is now part of a group, I believe they're called Sun Warriors. I'm not 100% clear on what they believe, but they are not Sith. They seem more like a different faction on Korriban that are Force users, kind of like how Pakaz is a Force user but not a Jedi. Whatever magic that is. The first thing I would like to point out is that when you meet the main contact that we have here, a person by the name of Dakaya, you will notice one thing very striking, and it will be quite interesting. She looks exactly like Emma Reyes, except she doesn't have green hair. The other thing you will notice is that she will be wielding a red lightsaber. She is the person that the Force Spirits wanted us to take care of, to deal with, and we got her off the planet, and I assume she's not using any more Sith style powers. I'm not sure how the Force works like that, but oh well. But point is, she is an enemy of the Sith. They wish to kill her, she wishes to kill them. And I do ask that you be patient with them. Please be understanding. They wish to make a new life here. And if you want to punch Bakaz for taking us here rather quickly, I can understand. Please do so after we've left the planet. Also, one other thing. The Force Spirits that inhabit that one particular spot on the planet, they have gotten in contact with me when I was down on their on Dila, and I do know they exist. They have apparently sensed a visitor, or a guest, as it were, upon us. And for that I will see if I can't... Because seems to think that it's the big lizard we keep fighting. Dale would probably confirm that and agree with it. If that's what that is, I've seen stranger stuff at Nar Shaddaa. but it would make sense why we keep having a giant lizard pop up anytime certain events take place. Now, as to that, do either of you have any questions?
No, that was clear as mud.
That's about what I was hoping for.
Why am I here?
Right now, I'm beginning to question that myself, lad. At least in my position in this group.
I'm worried you took this some kind of existential question. I meant it very literally. Why am I here?
For that, at least as far as I know, the issue was we needed help in order to take care of this crisis that Dell dragged us into.
You're here for the same reason that I am. We have no choice. The choice was taken from us the moment Bacchus decided to take us here. She looks at Ayland like Clonny. Tell me I'm wrong.
Lass, I can't. I don't know if you're wrong or not. I would agree with you, though. We came here without anybody saying, oh, let's go here. So there was no group decision to come here. It leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
Where's Bacchus right now?
And we, as you say that with perfect timing, we come off the cockpit. So now Bacchus is right in front of your face. Tell
Okay,
him.
I look at him and I say, why am I here?
So we can get that creature off of us.
Keep going.
I didn't understand that.
Explain yourself.
I just did.
That's not an explanation. I want to know what your plan is.
John, I was telling you about this earlier before that, like, this is like the entire reason you stormed off yesterday. But look, so this thing that we keep encountering, this force presence, it's on us, and now these spirits here can detect it. Anyway, point is, when we destroyed that crystal on the asteroid, whatever was inside it, whatever, it's now kind of stuck to us as far as I can tell. And we got that data chip from the asteroid that had all of the laboratory notes and everything, and the last parts were encrypted, so we couldn't tell what it was. It's a Sith puzzle encryption. We can't crack it. So in order to find out exactly what we're dealing with here and to hopefully get it off so this monster doesn't keep attacking wherever we happen to be, because I, for one, don't want to live in exile having to constantly slay a monster, we came to here to talk to Dakaya, who speaks fluently in Sith, to help us decode the end of it so that we can figure out a way to get this thing off of us.
That sounds ridiculous.
Because being suddenly.
You do understand this, yes? When to John and I, your explanations are ludicrous. You're speaking of things that I have no way of understanding.
But the principle of it is simple. Like, you've seen people use force powers, and we encountered the creatures and we destroyed the artifact crystal, and now we're just trying to figure out what it did. I don't know exactly what it's doing either. That's why we're here.
How do I know it's not following you? Or because of your power? How does it have anything to do with us?
It's on everybody, and I have like, without some connection to the force, it's almost impossible to detect even for us.
So we get to just take your word for it. Isn't that nice?
Why? What other reason we have to be here? Why would we drag people here for no reason?
Don't try to get me to explain your actions for you. You explain them.
I already did explain it. You're just assuming that I'm lying to you, but then you can't come up with a good reason for why on earth I'd come to this planet that has barely any population and bring people who already don't trust me here for some unknown reason. Or it's what I'm telling you. I've told you everything, John, and you keep saying you don't believe me. What do whenever I tell you something, you're just like, I don't believe it. And then you somehow expect me to somehow be able to convince you, but I keep telling you everything that I know that is true, and why what I'm thinking, and what the plan is.
I will be right back.
And
because turns around and hits the
I
carpet.
do agree that there should have been this discussion should have happened before we came here, for sure. And I am not denying that Picasso acted out of bounds for the group. But I don't know what else I can do to try and convince you, because I keep telling you what I've sensed and what I've seen, and then you just constantly say I don't believe you. But that's not my problem.
Maybe there
it's
is
your
nothing
problem.
you can do. Maybe it's too late.
But when did I lose it? I never did.
You've been telling us all half the story the whole time.
What half the story? What do you mean? You keep saying I'm hiding things from you. I haven't. My visions originally...
You say there's some kind of force magic stuck on us that keeps manifesting some monster?
That's
and
what
this happened on the asteroid? Is that correct?
Yeah, in the maze, that creature that we fought in the maze.
And you told me about it yesterday?
I thought it was just a creature up until the second creature attack. I thought that it was just something that was on the asteroid. I had I didn't believe it was connected to the crystal at all.
So what makes you think it is now?
Because, as I explained yesterday, but when we killed this thing the second time, Picasso and I searched through with the Force because we had started to get some suspicion that something was off, because we could sense this weird darkness around us before then. But when we killed it and it kind of dissolved, the dark force taint of it kind of spread back over us instead. And that's
You
why
never explained any of that. Not to me.
I did.
No, you didn't. Not a word of any of that.
I definitely did.
So if I understand you correct, the reason we are here is you believe we are tainted by this creature. Tainted in a way that chains us to each other, and until we can get rid of it, we cannot depart from one another.
Well, I'm not sure if we can't is the right word. I don't think it would be a good idea. What if it can manifest wherever one of us is, and then we're not together to fight it, and you're in some sort of populated city, and it goes on a rampage?
What are we going to do about Picasso? This time I'm looking at Ayland and Kalani.
His specialties and capabilities are beyond what I understand. Twice now that I know of, ships that he's been on have teleported. I know he has some capability, but
I'm not talking about his capabilities.
well, it's his attitude stems from his capabilities.
Maybe he needs to be taught a lesson that I don't care what his talents are, they don't give him license to behave like a sociopath.
Do you understand that we're angry? Beyond angry.
Oh, very much so.
It is taking everything within me to not go into that cockpit and tear him apart. Someone needs to control him. And I don't know who is capable of it. Maybe this person who we're talking to has some influence over him. He seems keen on speaking with her. I don't care. But I am not a fan of my destiny being ripped from my hands. I'm not being told or even offered the choice in where I go and what I do.
So your plan, such as it is to go meet with this Sith or used to be Sith or not a Sith anymore or whatever, and hope they can come up with some answer of how to get this stain off of us.
Yeah. So right now we have no other leads.
You shake my head and face palm. That's real thin.
Well, the Sith isn't the one coming up with the answers. They're coming up with a decoding of the actual journal that would hypothetically actually spell out exactly what this is.
And what if that doesn't work? Then what?
Then we might have to go see if there's anything in the Jedi archives.
Why are we not doing that first?
Because honestly, I highly doubt there's anything there because it was a secret Sith facility lost for ages. And so it's when we have a direct source of information, and also we just got access to be able to come here. But when we have direct source information from the lab, that seems to be more credible than any sort of hearsay that may have been collected by the Jedi.
So it's very likely there is no solution to this.
Well, we'll just have to wait and see what's on that data chip.
Wait and see, wait and see, wait and wait and wait.
I don't like waiting on this any more than you do.
If he hadn't transported us here, we would have been waiting while we were traveling to wherever we ended up going.
But we would have had a discussion about it. I might even have
Yes.
agreed with this plan. But I didn't get to make that choice. Now here we are.
Because
No, no, I'm serious. I said scratch that the second after I typed that.
Mhm.
There is good reason for
Why?
that.
Like, I agree that we need to somehow get Picasso to see that he can't keep doing this, but I don't think the way to do it is to kind of all gang up him, and as we did earlier today. That probably won't get anywhere.
You think we could still reason with him? I couldn't even get him to understand why it's inappropriate the moment one of your party members kills someone's wife. You can't go and tell them that. Really talking, you think that that's going to be the magic thing that gets him to understand?
Well, I think it'll be more likely to get him to understand than all of us sitting here yelling at him. But I do agree it's becoming a problem. Well, it's been a problem.
I'm waiting for him to kill us all, and maybe that will teach him. That's what I think is the only thing that's going to jog his... I don't even know what he uses to think.
Well, on that note, I guess, since we're waiting... Oh, actually, wait. So, it looks like the spirits aren't going to let us land. So, Dakaya's coming up here instead.
Alright. Perhaps we can have Dakaya talk with him. He listens to her a lot more than he would us. Maybe as tactful as she can, but
Will she listen to you?
I don't know that. She seems to pay attention to me, but even then, if she told Pakaz to jump, he would probably jump.
Actually, back to your point, John, about not having to take my word for having to sense this presence on us. I have potentially some meditation techniques that might allow you to be able to kind of feel it. If you or Lexa or Dirk or anyone wanted to give that a try, it would take a while.
I'll try it.
Dirk, really, not the time.
Frankly, I don't see the point. I don't know if I'd be able to tell the difference between legitimate meditation or just you mind tricking me.
For myself, I've had too much force for the day.
Well, it doesn't. I mean, I can do this whenever you want. Just know the option is available to you. I understand right now is probably not the best time for this.
I hope you're right. I hope this woman, whoever she is, can talk some sense into him. Because I don't see us lasting much longer if this continues. John, I know you have issues with the Sith. Would you like to do something with me and talk somewhere, go somewhere so you don't have to deal with it?
So if she's coming here, we're not going down there.
No, the spirits won't let us land.
No, I can control myself. I won't kill anyone.
I believe that. I was giving you the option to not have to deal with it.
No, I'm not going to ignore this.
Very well. For one, I can't stand the sight of Picasso right now. And I'm barely keeping from punching his face in, so I think I'm going to find some place secluded.
Alright, Loss.
Lexi gets up without any other word and leaves.
You all suddenly hear the ship comms come on, and Picard says, "Okay, they're here." And you also probably feel it, them docking ring through the ship.
And that is we're going to take a break until next session.
Well, in that case, thank you for the drama-filled session. Let's see if we can't keep this drama going a little bit more and drag it out
No.
to rip
No.
everybody's hearts out.
No!
Ugh. Dirk Dell didn't sign up for damage control.
Yeah, very true. Alright, but thank you again for joining us in on YouTube. Hope you all have a good night, and God bless.